Plagues have plagued humanity for centuries, killing millions and changing the course of history. In this video, we're going to take a look at the 10 most devastating pandemics ever. The Black Death was the most devastating pandemic in human history, killing an estimated 75 to 200 million people worldwide. It originated in Central Asia in the 1340s and spread rapidly along trade routes. The Black Death was caused by the bubonic plague, a bacterial infection carried by fleas. Symptoms of the bubonic plague included fever, chills, and swollen lymph nodes. In many cases, the plague would lead to death within days. The Spanish flu was a highly contagious influenza pandemic that killed an estimated 20 to 50 million people worldwide between 1918 and 1920. It is believed to have originated in the United States and spread rapidly around the world by soldiers returning from World War I. The Spanish flu was particularly deadly for young adults, and it is estimated that 1/3 of the world's population was infected. The Plague of Justinian was a bubonic plague pandemic that occurred in the 6th century CE. It is estimated to have killed 25 to 50 million people worldwide, or about 25% of the world's population at the time. The Plague of Justinian had a devastating impact on the Roman Empire, and it is believed to have contributed to its eventual collapse. The Antonine Plague was a bubonic plague pandemic that occurred in the 2nd century CE. It is estimated to have killed 5 to 10 million people worldwide, or about 10% of the world's population at the time. The Third Plague Pandemic was a bubonic plague pandemic that began in China in the 1850s and spread to Europe, Africa, and the Americas. It is estimated to have killed 12 to 20 million people worldwide. The Third Plague Pandemic was the last major bubonic plague pandemic and is believed to have been brought under control due to improved public health measures. The HIV/AIDS pandemic is an ongoing global pandemic that has killed over 36 million people since the virus was first identified in the early 1980s. HIV is a virus that attacks the immune system, and AIDS is the final stage of HIV infection. There is no cure for HIV/AIDS, but there are treatments that can help people manage the virus and live long lives. The Asian flu was an influenza pandemic that occurred in 1957 to 58. It is estimated to have killed 1 to 2 million people worldwide. The Asian flu was caused by a new strain of influenza virus, and it spread rapidly around the world. The Asian flu was particularly deadly for young children and the elderly. The Hong Kong flu was an influenza pandemic that occurred in 1968 to 69. It is estimated to have killed 1 to 4 million people worldwide. The Hong Kong flu was carried by a new strain of influenza virus, and it spread rapidly around the world. The Hong Kong flu was particularly deadly for young adults. The COVID-19 pandemic is an ongoing global pandemic that has killed over 6.5 million people since the virus was first identified in late 2019. COVID-19 is caused by a coronavirus, and it spreads through respiratory droplets produced when an infected person coughs or sneezes. Symptoms of COVID-19 can range from mild to severe, and in some cases, the virus can be fatal. The Zika virus pandemic was a global pandemic that occurred in 2015 to 2016. It is estimated to have infected over 40 million people in over 80 countries. The Zika virus is spread by mosquitoes, and it can cause a variety of birth defects in babies born to infected mothers. Plagues have had a devastating impact on humanity throughout history. They have killed millions of people, changed the course of history, and caused widespread social and economic disruption. Remember to practice good hygiene, wear a mask, avoid contact with people who are sick, stay at home if you are sick, and possibly get vaccinated. Stay healthy and see you next time.